So guys, we are discussing about the causes of lymphatic obstruction, and we discussed that it can be caused due to surgery, inflammation and malignancies, and we also wrote them, and last two to write was Milroy's disease and compression of the thoracic duct or rupture of the thoracic duct. So let's write them and complete the last category, edema due to lymphatic obstruction. So causes, continuation from E1D. Okay, you'll find this video in the playlist hemodynamics and the video E1D. After that it's the continuation, sorry, not the E. Okay, so causes. Now the next causes, these are the causes of lymphatic obstruction. Okay, we discussed some of the causes in the previous video, so don't get confused. Okay, so first is Milroy's disease. So this is a hereditary problem where there is complications, where there are complications in the development of the lymphatic channels. Okay, which causes edema in the lower extremities, and it is familial. Due to developmental abnormalities in lymphatic channels. Causes in lower extremities. Okay, this is lymphedema because it is due to the obstruction of the lymphatics. Okay, so I mentioned this term in the previous video. So, and the next cause is, and this is familial. Okay, hereditary disease. It is hereditary. Okay, so the next cause was not obstruction, compression or rupture of thoracic duct. So let's discuss about this. Compression of the thoracic duct may be due to the malignancies, and there are many other causes, but rupture of the thoracic duct. So rupture of the thoracic duct leads to release of lymph, as thoracic duct takes part in release of the drainage of the free fluid, so causes the release of the lymph in the tissues, spaces or cavities. So, and it is In different cavity it is termed as it has different terms. So when it is when the lymph releases in the pleural cavity, in pleural cavity, and it is known as xylothorax. Okay, we told that effusion or accumulation of fluid in pleural cavity is known as hydrothorax, and release of lymph in pleural cavity is known as xylothorax. Okay, in peritoneal cavity it is called as cyclos ascites. Okay, so these were the causes of obstruction of the lymphatic channels. So telling this much, we complete the last category, that is obstruction edema due to obstruction of the lymphatic channels. Now we shall move towards the brain edema, and it is also not that long. So let's discuss about brain edema. Then we will discuss about cardiac edema and pulmonary edema. So let's start. Suppose first is brain edema. So brain edema can be localized or generalized depending upon the type of injury and underlying pathology. Okay, and what happens in brain edema is, the brain has sulci and gyri. Yeah, so in brain edema what happens, the sulcus becomes narrowed, and while the gyri becomes distended. Yeah, the sulci are narrowed and the gyri become distended, and they get compressed against the skull, vault of the skull. They get compressed against the skull, and which may be fatal. Okay, so what happens is, what was I telling? In this, the sulci gets narrowed and the gyri are distended and get compressed against the skull, and it can be fatal. Okay, this much from my side to discuss on brain edema, and in the next video we shall discuss about the cardiac edema, and the next video will completely be on cardiac edema. After that we shall discuss about the pulmonary edema, and we'll end the topic edema, and we'll go to the other topics in the hemodynamics. Okay, so I hope you noted the points. So thank you.